The desert has a silence unlike anywhere else. At night, it feels endless. Miles of sand and rocks stretching into blackness, broken only by the sound of wind and the occasional cry of a coyote. My name's Daniel. Last summer, I drove out to Arizona with a couple friends to camp under the stars. No towns for miles, no phone service, just us, a fire, and the desert night. But that trip taught me something I'll never forget. You should never whistle in the desert after dark. We set up camp just before sunset, the sky painted in reds and oranges. By midnight, my two friends had passed out in their tents, leaving me by the fire. I don't know what got into me. Maybe it was the emptiness. Maybe it was the strange urge you get to test old superstitions. But I remembered something my grandmother once told me. Never whistle at night. You'll call things you don't want to meet. I laughed to myself. I figured it was just one of those old warnings, meant to scare kids. So, staring out into the dark desert, I pursed my lips and whistled. The sound carried farther than I expected, echoing into the nothing. For a moment, nothing happened. And then, I heard it. A whistle, from the distance, mimicking mine. At first, I thought it had to be a person. Maybe another camper? But there was no light, no fire. Nothing in sight, but endless shadows. I whistled again. The same note echoed back, but closer. My skin crawled. I stood up, shining my flashlight into the desert. The beam stretched far, but hit nothing but rocks and brush. The silence returned, heavier now. And then 3 sharp whistles, fast, high-pitched. Not mine, not human. My friends stirred in their tents when they heard me curse under my breath. I told myself I was just imagining things. But the desert doesn't echo like that. The sound wasn't bouncing back. It was answering me. I backed closer to the fire, heart pounding. That's when I saw it. Movement out near the horizon. A figure. Tall. Too tall. Thin, its arms dangling unnaturally low. I blinked and it was gone. Just empty desert again. Then, the whistling started again. Only now it circled our camp, moving from one side to the other. Fast. Too fast for any person to cover that much ground. The fire sputtered low, and I scrambled to throw on more wood. As the flames flared, I caught another glimpse. Not a man. Something wrong. Its legs bent backward like an animal, head cocked at an angle, mouth stretched wide. And when it whistled, I realized it wasn't using lips. The sound came from deep inside its throat, shrill and rattling, like air escaping a broken flute. Suddenly, one of my friends stumbled out of his tent, groggy and annoyed. "Dude, what the hell are you doing? Stop whistling." I froze. "It's not me," I whispered. Before I could explain, a whistle shrieked directly behind us. So close it rattled my chest. We spun around, flashlights cutting through the dark. For the briefest moment I saw it, standing just beyond the firelight, skin pale as bone, mouth impossibly wide, stretching ear to ear. Its hollow eyes locked on us, and then it bent backward, spine cracking, and sprinted into the dark on all fours, its whistle trailing off into the night. We didn't sleep. We sat huddled by the fire until the sun finally rose. When we searched the area in daylight, there were tracks, bare footprints in the sand, impossibly long, circling our camp. We packed up and left that morning. None of us ever talked about it again. But sometimes, when I'm walking home late at night, I hear it again. That same whistle, low, faint, following me through the empty streets. And I swear, each time I hear it, it sounds a little closer.